What up, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're gonna be making a quick and easy chicken and broccoli stir fry. Okay, so first off, I'm using chicken thighs. Okay, make sure whatever your process is on cleaning them, do that. I'm using some halal chicken thighs, and I found this stir fry seasoning in the store. So I'm using the whole packet of that stir fry seasoning. So I added some paprika, I added some garlic powder, soy sauce, and rice vinegar. Okay. That's all I added, basically to let this marinate, because I'm going to be cooking the chicken last, okay? So I lathered it up with all the seasonings and juices and spices, and I went ahead and just, just made sure it was really, really on there, all over, coated, completely coated. Put the top on it, and I put it in the refrigerator for about a good 30 minutes to an hour. The longer, the better, but that's what I did. So now I'm cooking the veggies first. Because it's a chicken and broccoli stir fry, but the only veggies I'm using is a green pepper and a yellow onion. Okay, I think the yellow onion might be my favorite. I like sweet onions and I like yellow onions. Red onion, I will say, I'm not going to say I don't like it, but it definitely depends on the dish. But I think I'm going to get into like throwing a red onion in every so often. Because I be seeing, yeah, I'm just going to throw it in. I'm going to try it in a stir fry one day, and I'm going to see what the taste difference is like, So at this point, I'm just cutting the broccoli, fresh broccoli, okay? Sometimes I just get a real hankering for some stir fry, and even using the packet, it had everything in the seasoning packet of the stir fry has everything that you're going to use that I would have used anyway for my stir fry. So like it's already got cornstarch in it. It's basically everything you need in one little packet, and I love that. It's just so crazy. I get so far into adulthood and I just start finding stuff out that I didn't know about, and it's like a whole new world now since my taste buds are adult and mature, So I just seasoned the broccoli. I'll have everything at the bottom, so you don't have to really worry about that. All the ingredients will be at the bottom, all the seasonings, but I didn't use too much, I just went ahead and added a little bit of water just to kind of help steam them. Not too much, like not a cup of water, not too much water, because either way I'm gonna be kind of draining these anyway. So I said these. I'm going to be draining it anyway. But either way, I'm just going to let it steam for a little bit. I'm going to steam the broccoli until it's basically, I don't want it too hard, but I don't want it softened, if that makes sense. I don't like soft veggies. Soggy veggies, soft veggies, that's not my thing. That ain't my game. Okay? We ain't doing that over here. I like a nice, happy medium. So when I did that, I took that out the pan and I added obviously the chopped up green pepper and the onion, just to get a nice soften on this as well. Not too soft, not too hard. A nice, happy medium. Okay? I like a medium. Right in the middle. So with everything, I just added butter. So everything was made with butter each time. Just maybe like a good tablespoon of butter every time I made some, and just letting it, just letting the veggies do what they do. Let them saute and do what they do. Now, if you haven't noticed, you're not going to see a lot of shrimp on my page, because I'm still scarred from that one time when I went to that Harold's Chicken and it was not cleaned. The shrimp wasn't clean. So you ain't going to see too much shrimp on here when it comes to stir fry no more. Like I don't like preparing it myself. Like I think I'm so scarred now. I'm not even I think. I'm so scarred now I can't do it. I just can't. I'll eat it, but I can't prepare it myself. Like they really scarred me. The look of it makes me sick. So now I'm going to just wash my rice. Make sure y'all washing y'all rice. That's crucial, okay? I follow the bag, so I do the 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, okay? That's how I cook my rice, but I make sure I wash it thoroughly. You wash your rice until that water runs clear. It's going to take a few washes too. Like it ain't going to take 3. Like it take a good little amount of doing this until that water runs clear. I don't stop until the water is clear, okay? You hear me? Is you listening? You better be listening. I'm not playing. Don't do this with no dirty rice. Because rice is very dirty. Rice and beans, both are very crucial, and you need to wash both. Wash your beans, wash your rice. Okay? So, like I said, I'm just doing this till the water run clean. I didn't cook the rest of the rice on camera, but that's what I did. Follow the bag. I do the 15, let it boil, and then cover 15 minutes, and then take it off the stove. So now I'm just cooking the chicken thighs. Okay? And I'm just getting a nice brown, on both sides. A nice grill, because I'm using I like this skillet in particular because it has the lines on it. So every once in a while, it'll give lines to my meat to give me that grilled look like that I like. But I'm just gonna have to get an indoor grill and just call it a day because I like lines. I like that grilled chicken look. But you know, it still gave me that char look that I needed. So I just kept covering the chicken until it was done, until it was a good amount of it browned on both sides basically. And then I went ahead with the cutting it into strips. So I cooked them whole, three big old chicken breasts. I cook all of them whole, cover them to make sure they cook thoroughly and all the way through. But then when I slice them into strips, that's going to also make sure that they get cooked all the way through too. It's basically gonna speed the cooking time up more. So even if they wasn't cooked whole all the way, like if it was still pink in the middle, once I chop them up like right here, what I'm about to do, like, and put them back in the skillet and cover them, the more I let them sit, they're gonna get more and more through. Like, you can't do this with chicken breasts, okay? And this is what I be saying. You can't do this with chicken breasts like you can do with chicken thighs. I always recommend, if you're gonna do stir fry, use chicken thighs. If you have chicken breasts, that's cool too, but you ain't gonna be able to cook it as long as you can cook some chicken thighs, because chicken breast will dry out easier. So at this point, that's all I'm doing. I'm just cutting all three big chicken thighs into strips for the stir fry. Because that's equivalent to kind of what they serve, but what I guess the idea of what they serve in the mall. Like, that chicken is usually stripped up. Like, I love stir fry. I love good stir. And every so often, depending on the stir fry, I won't always have my chicken stripped up like this. Sometimes I'll cut them into chunks. Instead of going strip way, I'll cut them into strips and then I'll cut them in half again and make them like chunks. So it really depends on what kind of stir fry and what I'm going for look wise, like presentation wise. So this is what I'm saying. Like, me cutting it into strips like this and covering it, it allowed the chicken to cook even more. Like, maybe it could basically speed the process up. So ain't no pink. There's no pink. You can taste at this point. At this point, you just taste as you go, season as you go, add seasonings if needed. Like, cause you seen I just added some more seasoning and some soy sauce. I might have added some more rice vinegar at a point too, but probably not. And the soy sauce that I'm using is reduced sodium, because if you don't know, soy sauce does have a lot of sodium. If you don't know, now you know. But if you did know, then good for you, you know. So at this point, I am just making sure the chicken cooked all the way through, making sure ain't nothing stuck together. Because when I cut them into strips, sometimes the chicken thighs, like some of them, they get a little too close together, you know. And I gotta separate them a little bit. But either way, it's all becoming one. I cut them into strips, season the taste after I put them back in the thing, and you know. And of course, I gotta use my Shawhead Farms. Shawhead Farms, if you out there, you know I'm still using it, okay? You know I'm still using your stuff. We got recipes coming, you know. These recipes are perfect for the fall. Get with it. They all over Amazon. Shawhead Farms, okay? So I'm just covering it. And at this point, I'm just basically cooking this until the chicken is basically tender and cooked all the way through. So it ain't gonna take too long. You know, you ain't gonna, when I say slow cook, it ain't on no high heat. This on like a medium heat. So I cover it and leave it on a medium heat and basically just, you know, until it's done. So I'm using the rest of my mayo, making a sauce. The rest of my mayo, the rest of my sweet chili, I'm putting it in the bag and doing it the ghetto way because I didn't have much of it left anyway. So I just put it in the bag. And I usually do this with my sour cream for my nachos and my rice dishes. My Mexican dishes. So then I added some rice vinegar, Louisiana hot sauce, Tapatio hot sauce, and then I went ahead and mixed it up. All the, you know, everything that I use will be at the bottom. But I'm just basically making use of what I have left. And I wanted it to still have the like an authentic, almost a bang bang sauce flavor, but its own flavor. And it did, you know. Everything that I mixed in this bag right here is excellent. Excelente. Okay? Muy. So now there's the rice. That's the rice that I was talking about. You know, the 15, you boil it. The 1 cup, 2 minutes. Listen, follow the bag. That's exactly what I do when it comes to white rice. Follow the bag. Okay. Then I topped it with the chicken. I'm just topping it with everything that we cooked. So now I'm going in the opposite way of which I cooked everything. So I topped it with rice, then I chicken, then I went onions and peppers, and then the broccoli. Okay. At this point, I'm just trying to make it look appetizingly pleasing because I'm really big on that. I like it to look good. Okay. I like it to look good enough to eat. I want it to look visually pleasing. Because that make you even more want to get. If you getting hungry looking at this, that's good. That was the idea, fam. You need to be getting hungry every time you watch one of my videos. Maybe you'll get hungry enough to want to try to make it, you know? These easy peasy recipes, I ain't doing nothing too crazy, you know? So I topped it with the sauce. It was so good. Try it. Please try it. And make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, okay? More recipes. Subscribe. I'm on Facebook too now. Get with it. I'm trying to build 20K. We're on the way.